Trouble Busters!
My name is Adam. I'm working in a certain hotel. Our hotel is often used for dinners and parties. We have a reservation for tomorrow night from a certain company for their New Year's party. I'm still new at this job, so it'll be a first for me to deal with a New Year party. I hope I don't get caught by some drunks. Just before that party, our manager, Lucy, gathered all of the staff, saying that she had something important to say.
Well, about tomorrow's New Year's party, I have something I'd like you all to cooperate with.
What? It seems pretty serious. What's gonna happen? Lucy gave us the most unbelievable instruction. I was about to experience the worst party of my career. The day of the New Year's party, all of the staff kept Lucy's instructions in mind and got to work. Apparently, the client's company was rather large, as a CEO, a section manager, and a lot of employees were attending. However, none of those employees were smiling. They were all looking down into their laps, expressionless, as though they were bored of listening to a school principal's speech. In the midst of that weird atmosphere, the New Year's party started.
Adam, can you check the tables and serve more food if they're running out?
Yes, ma'am. About yesterday's orders, are we really...
Shh, just do as I say.
And so, the New Year's party began. First, the CEO, representing the company, made a speech.
Well, thanks to all your hard work this year, we've made very good progress. This must also be thanks to me, who raised you all into such great employees.
The CEO made such typically horrible jokes as he made his speech. But all of the employees were completely ignoring him. They were all doing as they please, drinking and eating. Some were even speaking or using their phones.
It seems that young people nowadays can't listen to what their seniors are saying. If you keep that attitude up, none of you will be successful.
He must have gotten angry at being ignored, because the CEO started to complain. Even so, the employees were still acting as though he didn't exist. The CEO kept mumbling on, but it seemed like nobody had any interest. So he returned to his own seat without even finishing his speech. Next up was a section manager.
Well, today is the New Year's party, so usually I would refrain from lecturing, but I can't overlook this. You're all being incredibly rude to the CEO.
The section manager was outraged by the employees' attitudes towards the CEO.
You young people, with your phones and your chit-chat, you don't have any concentration at all.
His speech was more of a lecture rather than a speech, but he was also ignored after all. Most of the employees were now talking, so the section manager's voice was lost in the sea of conversation. Just like the CEO, the section manager gave up and returned to his own seat.
Hey, Jade, pour me a drink.
Smith, the other day I found a plastic figure I've been looking for ages.
Jade, are you listening to me?
Johnson, what are you planning to do for this year's Comic-Con? I think I might cosplay.
Jade, what's with that attitude?
There must be a mosquito or something flying around.
The CEO and section manager were still being ignored by all of the employees. I wondered why these two were being treated like this. It seems that there was a valid reason. So, let's turn back time to when Lucy was giving us our instructions yesterday.
Well, about tomorrow's New Year's party. No matter what happens, I'd like you to keep quiet and not interfere.
Huh? What do you mean? Is it a pro wrestler's New Year's party? Are they going to fight?
Of course not, you fool. The truth is, I've been told about a certain plan devised by someone from the company.
Plan? Seems like a pretty big deal. Could it be a surprise proposal or something?
All of the employees are cooperating to get their revenge on their horrible boss and manager.
Proposal's not even close. I wanted it to be something much happier. According to Lucy, the CEO and section manager's oppression was terrible. Most of the employees had had enough, so they had come together for the New Year's party to get back at them. Like that, we would be cooperating with the revenge too. It's got nothing to do with me, but I won't forgive them. Trouble Busters! After being ignored for so long, the CEO finally lost his temper and began to shout and rage. He was pushing employees that were seated nearby and was screaming at anyone in the vicinity. He was struggling so much. Plates were falling from the table, crashing down to the floor loudly. However, we had already been given instructions not to interfere. I cleared up the plates quietly, like a robot without any emotion. Midway, the irritated CEO shouted that I was in the way. It's work, but what a horrible day. After that, the New Year's party was just pure chaos. The CEO and section manager were pissed off. The employees were still ignoring them. At this point, the two who were being ignored were more like clowns. Sad clowns, stuck in the corner, with no one to pay attention to them. The chaotic party was finally about to end. One woman, who had been quietly drinking until now, stood up and took hold of the microphone.
Test?
What? Jade, are you going to make a joke or something? She usually doesn't have any sense for jokes. I wonder what she'll show us. How about you dance around naked then?
All of us employees will be taking you both to court.
What?
The both of them were making faces, as though they'd swallowed something down the wrong pipe.
We've all endured enough of your harassment. We can't take it anymore.
Whoa, it started. Oh, life's dramatic. Yep.
What are you talking about? When did we ever do something like that?
You've done a lot up until now.
We have evidence too. Shut up! You don't have the right to talk back to me like that!
I didn't expect anyone to make any comments. Oh well. Anyway, we'll be taking you to court. Prepare yourselves.
After hearing the word court, the CEO and section manager seemed to be panicking, but the employees were serious and didn't hold back how angry they were with their glares.
Well, now that we've made that clear, let's go home.
Yeah, we don't have the time to hang around with these two.
The next time we meet will be in court.
Our battle has only just begun.
She's acting like she's in a movie. All of the employees left the hall, looking like they were in better spirits. Well, they've drunk plenty too. I'm not surprised. The only ones left in the hall were the CEO and the section manager, looking lost. Just like I had promised Lucy, I didn't talk to them at all and continued tidying up silently. Of course, all the other hall staff were doing the same. The hall became empty, and finally, the CEO and section manager left too. They had been standing pretty aimlessly, so it must have been quite a shock. And so, the unprecedented New Year's party came to a close.
Adam, thanks for your hard work.
Lucy, thank you too.
You must have been pretty surprised by today's situation.
Well, I felt like I had become a robot. It's the first time I understood how Pepper the robot feels.
Well, the woman that made that announcement is my friend.
Really? Lucy told me that the woman who spoke at the end, called Jade, was her friend. They had been talking about her workplace from quite a while ago, and Lucy had wondered if there was anything she could do to help. Like that, they came up with a plan to use the New Year's party as their location of revenge.
We've all come to a decision. We're going to take those stinking managers to court. That's for the best, but what can I do to help? We're planning on booking the hall at your hotel for the next New Year's party. We'll get our revenge there. Huh? Please don't tell me you'll be setting off a bazooka or something. Of course not. We're not on TV. We're going to step all over their pride and embarrass them at the party. Whoa, that's a really simple revenge. Of course, it's not just me. All of us will be ignoring them, no matter what they do or say. I just want to make sure that none of the hotel staff will interfere or say anything. Is that possible? Yeah, it's okay. I'll let everyone know. I'll make sure they don't do anything or say anything. This way we can rip their stupid pride into teeny tiny pieces.
So, the plan to give the CEO and section manager the cold shoulder was to proceed. For the employees, it was their final chance to take their anger out on their managers and embarrass them before they sued them. The hotel staff were ordered to play along so that the plan wouldn't go to waste.
Just as we planned.
Oh no, Lucy's making a really evil face.
Jade said that she had planned to rethink things if the CEO and section manager had apologized, but they didn't reflect on their actions at all.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's only a matter of course the employees wouldn't forgive them if they kept on with that attitude. Anyway, my job was finished too. I wasn't directly involved with the resolution, but I'm glad I could cooperate with the employees. A while after, I heard what happened from Lucy.
Jade told me that her CEO and her section manager were beaten to a pulp by the law.
Beaten to a pulp by the law? That sounds scary.
In other words, the employees won the case.
Oh, really? That's true. I'm glad to hear it.
The CEO and the section manager have been replaced, and it seems the company has changed as a whole.
That's great. I was curious about what would happen after a chaotic party like that. The employees from the party are currently working under a new CEO. It was a strange day for me, but all's well ends well, I guess. Personally, I never want to work at a party with a chilly atmosphere like that again. Trouble busters!